All right, guys. This last night, bottom of the sixth, JP Crawford explodes after a ball outside the zone was called a strike. Apparently, he's never acted like this before, is what some of the Seattle announcers were saying. Not super thrilled. Of course, everyone pays to see the umpires, right? Not the players at all in these kinds of games. I mean, it is wild. Lopez was yelling at Andy Fletcher after a strike that was not called. This was in the Nationals Mariners game. It feels like there's been more ump shows this year than in prior years. I don't have any like special data on that, but I'm curious what you guys think about this. JP Crawford, not a guy who goes off a lot.
No, and I feel like Andy Fletcher's been on here a lot. I don't know. I feel like he's in the background, arguing with guys going out there. I don't know. That pitch was really a bad call, and you got to own up to that one. And he was furious. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, you're losing. And it's frustrating. And then all of a sudden, you get an argument here from the pitcher on a pitch for Lopez. These guys have been around the block. I mean, what is going on? You got to lock in just a little bit better. You just have to lock in.
Yeah, when both teams are arguing, Rowdy's like, I'm just asking. It's part of the flow of the game. It's part of the opportunity for human error, like Todd loves, but we can take this out for the egregious ones. Like right there, Rowdy was just asking. It looked like Rowdy was just asking, was that as far as you go? Because of how he and then you saw Fletcher, you saw him kind of jaw back at him, and Rowdy's like, whoa. Like, I might not be one of the ones that's on him. I think Rowdy knows it's close. He's like, okay. He's like, no, I'm just asking. He's like, well, I'm just telling you. And that's when the game gets a little bit too fast for the umpire. You even saw when JP got pissed, he's like, oh, you spit on my face. You spit on my face.
Yeah, come on.
So is that going to, you just feel too much emotion in it because you mess up. If we had to answer to every one of our strikeouts as players, like if we struck out and somebody would argue that we struck out to us, you're sitting there going, I made a mistake and somebody's arguing with me. How am I supposed to control my emotions? But the umpires have to do that. And Fletch didn't have a great game yesterday. It's just, it happens.
You're right.
Yep. Yeah, there's his scorecard for the day. Not quite as terrible, but he did have a couple impactful missed calls, as you see there. I think you look at this, the called strike accuracy, not great. 6 of 41 called strikes were true balls. 6 of 112 called balls were true strikes. So not the best night for Andy Fletcher, who also made it about Andy Fletcher. Nationals win 9-3 in that game. The Nats have had a nice little run here in their last, I want to say 12 or so games. They were 7-3, I think, last night, makes them like 8. They're like in that 8-3 range. They've had a nice little stretch as well. But guys, I gotta say, the umpire thing to me, the robo-umps can't come soon enough. Some of these guys just make it about them. Umpiring is a great gig. Do you realize how good of a gig umpiring is, Todd? Why are we doing this to Todd? What do you got, Todd? You don't like
I don't like anything that starts with robo at all. I want umpires to be there, but I like the checking the striker ball. I don't want umpires ever to leave. I love the human element, and I will stand by that. I don't want anything electronic. That is a strike one. No, we want umpire. We want arguments. We want yelling from the dugout. That's baseball, man. We don't want to lose any of that.
All right, fair point. But some of these guys.
But listen, I respect it. I do. But I want the missed calls and guys be like, oh, check, and then they get it wrong, and then they, we'll see how accurate they are after that.
And the one thing you said, Britt, being an umpire, it's a pretty good gig. I'm going to go against that. One, I got no desire to be an umpire. 2, their travel schedule sucks. 3, it's who's calling you and being like, great job today. Like, great job. You just did an amazing job. Maybe like 3 or 4 people Your mom, your dad, your wife, your girlfriend, like, that's it. That's all who's calling. Like, it is a thankless job, and everyone's like, whoa, they get paid a lot of money. They get paid a lot of money to live in a hotel and fly on, they're not flying private jets, they're flying commercial flights. And so they finish a game in Seattle and they have to get to Milwaukee the next series. They're getting up at 6 a.m. to fly across the country. It's not, I don't think it's a great gig.
In total disagree. For those of us who aren't players, they make a lot of money to work from 6 o'clock. They get there an hour before the game, 6 o'clock till whenever the game ends. They never speak to the media. They have a great union, great benefits. They only work during the season. Say they maybe do a little spring training. But look, there's a reason why people work their whole lives to be big league umpires. It is a good gig. I'm going to disagree. It's not as good as being a player, which the two of you are, but it pays a little bit better than being a Major League Baseball reporter like myself.
FT fam, you might have a boring, old, crusty, unpretty razor, and it might be expensive. So, AJ, should they consider another option?
Look how cool this is. Look at the color scheme. Look at it. Little sheath to hide the blades when you travel. Works great. I've been using this for a couple weeks now with Harry's. Clean, no bumps, no cuts. Works great. And you know the best part? It's a great price, especially if you use the foul territory code, Scott.
That's right. Harrys.com/foul. Guess what? You can also get yourself a no-risk trial. So if you don't like your shave, no worries. It's on Harry's. They're not worried about it. Get the edge on your shave with Harry's. Normally, the trial set is $10. But right now, you can get it for just $6 at harrys.com/foul. Use the exclusive link, harrys.com/foul, for a $6 trial set.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content. We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.